Carrie Ann is a woman from California who is a photographer, but in her free time she loves hiking and horseback riding. On June 23, 2026, her daughter was visiting from Idaho, and the two of them decided to go on a horseback riding trip to enjoy the sunset and the beauty of nature just off Highway 97. She also went live on Facebook, showing the surroundings and how much fun they were having, until, suddenly, something began to feel very strange. They started hearing weird sounds and voices coming from no clear source, which made them feel increasingly uncomfortable.
Where is that coming from? It's like it's way over there, but it's also right here. Oh my God.
Confused, they started looking around, trying to figure out what could possibly be making those noises. After a short while, they stumbled upon dozens of flower-shaped speakers that appeared to be turned on and were producing the strange sounds.
Oh. Oh my God. This is straight apocalyptic. Somebody is summoning something here. What is happening? What is happening right now? Okay. No. Pretty sure Jordan and I just stumbled across a live Lemurian conference call. Sorry for interrupting. Not just for you. I am sitting here freaking out because I thought this bag of trash was talking to me, and everything you were saying was coming over the Bluetooth speaker in my bag.
Every flower-shaped speaker was producing a different sound. Some resembled chants, others sounded like white noise, and some were turned off. This deeply creeped them out, especially because they couldn't understand why someone would do this in the first place. They left the area and continued riding after she also posted the video on her social media pages. Thousands of people were extremely confused, saying they had never seen anything like it, and coming up with all sorts of theories about its purpose. Many asked her to go back there at night to see if it would still be happening, and that's exactly what she did.
Jordan and I went on a ride, and we just came across this noise that we heard. We're going up this hill, and you can hear it in the background. I'm gonna show you. It's a little freaking creepy. Hold on. It's creepy. There's a mountain. And look at, there is another 100 of them out there, but it's like this Lemurian beacon system. I have no idea. Somebody put a lot of effort into this.
From what she said, the speakers weren't Bluetooth devices. Instead, they were preloaded with recordings stored directly on each speaker. People flooded the comments with reactions that probably reflect what many of us were thinking, saying things like, "Sounds like hell," "This is deeply concerning," and "This is insanely creepy." Around 90% of the comments also mentioned the movie Hoppers, which I haven't seen, so I have no idea what they were referring to. One theory people suggested was that the speakers are used to discourage wildlife from coming near the area, but I honestly don't know if that's actually the case. A few days after posting the original recording, she went back and discovered that the speakers were placed on private property next to government land.
You are the representative of God for our spiritual elevation. We humbly worship worship, praise, thanks, obey, and love God Almighty, the Most High, the greatest, for world vegan, world peace, and our soul liberation.
What I do know is that this doesn't look normal at all, and it gives me a really weird vibe. The fact that they look like flowers makes my mind jump to the strangest theories imaginable, especially since no one seems to know who placed them there or why. Tell me in the comments what you think their purpose is and what your theories are. Bryce Newbold is a guy who films himself exploring the outdoors, camping, hiking, and taking on all kinds of adventures, always pushing his limits and sharing the videos on his YouTube channel. In this particular video, however, he encountered something that most people wouldn't even think about when heading into the wilderness. Many assume the only dangerous things out there are bears, cougars, and other large animals. But this video proves that much smaller creatures can also make your life difficult.
4.5 miles to the water stop at Camp 7, because remember, I'm going backwards here. Man, I've just been eating spiders. Can't even hardly walk 10 feet without walking into one. It's almost 5:15 now. I stopped here at Camp 7, which means I am 4.5 miles in. And I am beyond drenched. I thought I was drenched the last time I went hiking. I am completely soaked. But if we look here on my gigantic map, I started here, and I'm sitting right here right now. I just walked down there to get water, and it's like straight downhill and then to the left. I mean, it was almost 1/4 mile to a 1/2 mile down there.
He had started hiking through the Shawnee State Forest Trail in Ohio, and by the end of the video, it turned out to be much rougher than he had expected. It was a scorching summer day, and after hiking 4 miles, he was completely drenched in sweat. He walked into a river to cool off and even drank some of the water. By the end of the day, he had completed a total of 12.5 miles. He later explained that he didn't manage to record the rest of the hike because he was feeling extremely sick. When he woke up the next morning, he found his legs covered in ticks or chiggers, which likely explained why he had been feeling so terrible.
10 till 7. If you didn't notice, I didn't film at all last night. It's the first time I've been out here that I really just didn't feel like filming at all, and quite honestly, I didn't feel like being out here anymore. It's really like the first time I've ever been out here that I'm not like having fun. I can't even list the number of things that have been going wrong this trip. And then last night I found like 3 ticks on me, and I am absolutely covered in either little tiny ticks or chiggers. They're probably chiggers. They are all over me right now. They kept me up all night. I tried washing them off, but I mean, I'm gonna have to go through and pick them off one by one, it looks like.
As the hike continued, Bryce began looking noticeably pale by the end of the day because of the tiny ticks feeding on his legs, which were, by that point, covered in hundreds of bites.
Just taking a break here. I still got about 2 miles to go on this road. I looked down at my ankle, and I have a million bites from those little chiggers last night. You can see they're still on there. I'm probably gonna jump in the lake up here by the parking lot and try to scrape off the rest of them. No wonder it itched so bad last night. It was keeping me up all night long.
As much as he tried to remove them, they seemed to be firmly attached to his skin. After hiking 26 miles, he decided it was finally time to head home. Not only because he had completed the hike, but also because he was feeling increasingly sick from the bites. Once he got home and managed to remove them, he filmed his legs one last time, and they looked really bad, covered in bite marks. I'm not a doctor, but that definitely doesn't look good, and if I were in his position, I'd be seeing one as soon as possible to make sure I hadn't picked up an infection or anything else from the bites. From what I could find online, feeling physically ill after chigger bites is a sign that you should seek prompt medical attention to make sure you don't have an infection or another condition that requires treatment. Sure, these tiny creatures aren't as dangerous as a bear, but being miles away from anyone, alone, and feeling seriously ill is not a situation you want to be in. Combined with extreme heat and dehydration, it could easily turn into something much more serious. Thankfully, he ended up being okay, but it's a video that offers a lot of valuable lessons. The next video comes from a forest in India, where a group of people were hiking when, all of a sudden, something massive appeared right in front of them, a herd of elephants. But instead of minding their own business and continuing on their way, the elephants suddenly charged at them, sending the hikers running faster than Usain Bolt while they somehow kept recording. Take a look.
सही है।
Now that's a real cameraman, running as fast as he can while also keeping the camera pointed at his friend and the herd charging toward them. That's how you record something like this. Now, leaving the jokes aside, that's actually pretty terrifying, knowing that if one of those elephants reaches you, you're done. Once the adrenaline kicked in, you could actually see them running like professional sprinters, and for good reason. Eventually, they split up, and the elephants stopped charging, but it could have ended much worse. Brothers Wild is a channel run by two brothers, Ash and Lewis, along with their friend Rich, who occasionally joins them. They often go wild camping, hiking, and exploring while creating content around their adventures. What's amusing is that, more often than not, alcohol is involved, so you can imagine how much funnier their conversations become. In this particular video, however, they were actually pretty sober. One night, Ash went camping deep in the woods of Bersham with his friend Rich.
How are we, guys? So, we're in a forest near Bersham today. Brother can't make this one. He's just flown into Texas. But it is me and Rich. So yeah, we're trying to find a secluded spot now at the way. And I'm trying the hammock today, as promised, so I need some sturdy trees. So we're gonna just have a look around now, see what we can find.
After a bit of a hike, they managed to find a place that they liked and began setting up their camp for the night.
Oh, okay. Finally. So what I'm going to do, guys, is this nice big chunky tree here, this medium sized chunky tree, nice and stable. Hammock's going to go there. Rich is going to set up right next to me here. Get away with having a fire tonight, move all these leaves, put some stones down, get some firewood. Yeah, look at this. I'm getting no spookier than this in the night, I tell you. Oh, what a spot. Okay, this tree's way too fat, it's taking most of my lines, so I'm gonna have to just move over to the next one there. Trial and error, guys, trial and error. That looks better. Just need to get the hammock lines on now for the netting, and then we're gonna get the tarp over the top here.
They built a campfire and spent the evening sitting around it, while also introducing their little friend, a bottle of whiskey. Later that night, once they got bored and the alcohol started to kick in, they decided to explore the woods because why not? But while they were out there, they started hearing something really strange, screams and all sorts of chanting that, I promise you, they weren't imagining because of the whiskey.
Let me just get me the torch on, Rich. What was that? Oh my God! Did you hear that? You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
That was
definitely.
loud.
It's
I'm trying not to freak out now. That sounds like screaming and
moaning, yeah.
I hear a humming. I hear a humming. That is spooky, Rich. That's really, really spooky, mate.
It's very deep in the woods now.
Hang on. It sounds like about 20, 30 people.
You're miles away from the... What's... It's a long walk to get here, isn't it? A long quiet lane
What
to get
is
here.
that? Listen to it.
Remember when I said they were actually pretty sober? Yeah, I was talking about Ash, because Rich sounded like he was one glass away from passing out. Anyway, the sounds were 100% real, and they were coming from deep in the woods. Curious, the two men started walking toward them, hoping to find the source, but when they got there, things became really strange.
How is it we're getting closer to the noise and it keeps going further away? How is that possible? Wow, what is that? Let's turn my lights off for a minute. Be very quiet, Rich. It sounds like something bloody satanic. Shh, just be quiet, Rich. Be quiet a minute, mate. Be quiet. What the hell's going on down here? There's people below this bridge. What the hell is this? Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, yeah? Don't get seen. Don't get seen, don't get seen. Some sort of ritual things going on right now. They got people in the waterfall naked. They're all fucking naked. Oh my god. Right, let's go. Let's get out of here, mate. Oh my god. That is not normal, guys. We're getting out of here. They're all naked, swimming in the waterfall, chanting. That is weird. That's witchcraft stuff. Let's get out of here. So we just got back to camp, guys, and I'm going to tell you what we saw. We seen naked, right, dancing in the waterfall, screaming, chanting. That was scary, right? That was not normal, right? That was not normal for this place. They are screaming and chanting in the background, and they're swimming. You can hear them now. It sounds so demonic.
Around 20 people were dancing in circles, chanting, screaming strange things, and completely naked. Personally, I think they were probably just swimming and having fun. But Ash, Rich, and many people in the comments felt it was a very unusual thing to witness in that location. The fact that it was happening late at night with everyone completely naked led some to believe it could have been some kind of cult trying to summon dark entities. While I'm not entirely convinced by that theory, I can't deny that it was a bizarre encounter, and I honestly have no idea what was going on. The good news is that they returned to their camp, and even though the experience had clearly shaken them, the whiskey helped them relax. They climbed into their hammocks, went to sleep, and woke up the next morning happy to still be alive. Dr. Shame is a YouTuber who likes to complain about the things he sees on the internet. That's actually how he describes himself in his channel bio. Over the years, he's uploaded plenty of videos discussing different topics, which is why it was so strange when he suddenly posted a video titled "Something's Stalking Me in the Woods." It stood out because his content had never been about anything like this before, making it seem like a random video he happened to record while exploring the woods one night. In the video, he decided to wander into the forest because he thought it would be a good idea, but it quickly turned out to be anything but.
I guess I'll go this way. Oh, fuck. Oh, oh, moon and shit. Why the f did I do this?
While walking through the forest and having fun, something happened. All of a sudden, he heard something behind him.
I think he was falling down. Okay. Well, I have AIDS. Okay, well, I tripped. I still have AIDS.
Well, that's one way to defend yourself from something creepy in the woods, especially if it isn't an animal. But in this case, unfortunately, it sounded like it was an animal, and I'm saying that because of the noise he captured in the next few moments.
Okay. Okay. That.
You can actually hear a hiss. Something really was hissing at him, and it was most likely an animal. At first, I thought it was just him breathing, but you can hear the hiss overlapping with his breathing while he's also reacting to the sound, which makes it clear that something really was out there. Since we don't know which forest he was in, it's very difficult to figure out what could have made that noise, but it sounded like a bobcat, an opossum, or even an alligator warning hiss, as if he was getting too close. Now, which one it actually was, I don't know, but what is clear is that he was getting much closer than he should have to something that could have attacked him. Considering how he reacted to the sound earlier, though, he probably would have started laughing even if something had charged at him. Tell me, what do you think it was?